This is Daniel Cook exploring a beach.
I'm here with Bob, and today Bob and I are going to explore the beach. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Daniel. Welcome to New Brunswick.
This is Daniel Cook on a bike, in a plane, on a farm, playing games with many places and friendly faces. We'll have lots of fun with Daniel Cook.
Is this a rocky beach that we're on?
Well, Daniel, this is more than just a beach. You know where we are?
Where?
We're on the seafloor. In another 4 or 5 hours, we'll be under the sea. Did you see the parts of the rock here?
Yeah.
Where the rock is curved. That's about as high as the tide goes.
So when that water comes in, is that what you call the tide coming in?
Well, that is what we call the tide, Daniel.
So if we were here in a few hours, we'd be completely underwater?
We'd be completely underwater. Not only that, there could be boats going right over top of our heads.
Is that seaweed on the rocks over there?
Yes, there's seaweed there, and there's barnacles growing up the rocks, and we can go and take a look at that. Would you like to do that?
Okay. Look at all the seaweed.
Yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? This seaweed's called rockweed. It's a pretty easy name to remember, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a seaweed on the rocks. You know what those are?
What?
Open one up. Hear that?
Is it air trapped inside?
Well, it is air trapped inside these ones. And why do you think there's air in these on the seaweed?
Does the air help the seaweed float to the surface?
That's exactly why it's there. The air is there, and so the seaweed can float to the surface. Now we have to make sure we don't damage this. You know why?
Why?
Because this is very important habitat, and in the ocean we're always trying to protect habitat for all the animals that live there. Well, that's a little animal inside each one of those barnacles.
Cool.
And they're a shrimp-like animal, and you know what he's doing in there?
What?
He's waiting for the tide to come in. When the tide comes in, there's a little door on the top there, and he opens up.
Yeah.
And that shrimp is in there, and he's laying on his back, and he's got his feet out, and he waves his feet into the air like this. You know why he's doing that?
Why?
He's gonna catch all the food that's in the water, and then he
Cool.
brings it back into his mouth and eats it.
Do animals live in all these teeny little pools of water?
Well, most of them, yes. There'll be microscopic animals in every little small bit of water.
Look at all this mud.
It's really sticky mud, isn't it?
Mud.
Yeah.
Mud is one of my favorite things in the whole world,
Is it?
besides scorpions.
Would you like to get a shovel and we'll dig in some of this mud?
Cool, digging in mud. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is Daniel Cook digging in the mud.
Does this look like a good place to dig in the mud?
Sure, Daniel. Let's explore in this mud here and see what we find.
It's like picking out a piece of pie. And it's a piece of cake.
Here's a little snail. Let's see, wash him off.
Cool.
There's a nice little snail there. Hey, do you want to hold him? Now, what's he feel like?
A shell. How do these snails breathe in the mud?
Well, snails have gills, and they're very good at breathing. As long as they're moist, they can take oxygen out of the water that they're covered in.
Cool.
They dry up, then they go inside their shell.
Did you find something, Bob?
Well, I did, Daniel. This is one of the predators we have on the seashore, and it's called a whelk.
What does it feed on?
Well, it will feed on barnacles.
Other snails?
Sometimes they feed on snails as well.
How does it feed on the barnacles? Aren't they all in their rock houses?
Well, that's a very good question, because barnacles are in rock houses to protect themselves, aren't they? Yet this kind of snail, he comes along and he has built right in a drill, and he drills right in and drills a little hole. And then he can get in there and feed on the barnacle or feed on the other snails. What happens when all those waves come in a few hours' time? You know what the seaweed's going to do?
It was going to stick up like this?
Yeah, it will.
I'm king of the seaweed. Where does all that water go when the tide goes out?
Oh, it just moves around the earth. Make a fist for me. Make a fist. That's the earth. And there's a ball of water around the earth. That's the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And if your nose was the moon, you pretend your nose is the moon, and it's pulling the water out this way. And then move your head. Can you move your head? And then the water goes this way. Move it the other way. The water goes this way, and that's the tide, and it's following the moon all the way around the Earth.
Ah, so it moves that way, so it's coming this way.
This way. So on one part of the Earth, when we have a high tide, over on the other side of the Earth, well, over in the other across is low tide.
Cool.
Neat, eh?
Thank you so much, Bob, for exploring the beach with me. I had so much fun.
Well, let's have a muddy handshake, and thanks for visiting me here at Hopewell Rocks in New Brunswick.